not sure why I decided to say hello so strangely there, but I hope you're all having a good day. Late stream? Yeah, we're later than usual. It has been a long and busy day, and I am going to be more confused. Oh heck, wait! Nia, thank you so much for subscribing for 26 months! What the heck? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy whatever book you got out the library this month. You snuck that in whilst the starting screen? Starting soon screen was on. Starting scone screen. I'd quite like a scone. Though I feel like that's more of a spring than summertime food, so maybe not for a little while. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Ba 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 ba. Hello, Tundra. Hello, Turquoise. Wait, Tundra first to arrive very speedy, just as the stream started. Hello, Monkey. Hello, Them. Hello, Nya. Hello, Jake. Hello, Dust. Wait as I'm heading to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. This is a very good time for you to be going to bed. Plum combo. I'll do a hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch. Wow. But yes, I should explain where we are. We are confused. I am staring at who I choose to believe is the witness's librarian. She's just hiding in a corner with a stack full of books, looking a bit tired, and I get that a lot. But we are, I think, quite close to the end of the witness, and so if this is a game you are planning to play yourself at some point, or are looking to play and you want to not have story spoilers, I feel like where we are as a location is currently a spoiler, so take care. We actually, okay, now the little spoiler, explanation is sorted. We just finished this area, the first area inside the mountain last stream, and we haven't seen the next area yet, so it's quite exciting. We're gonna go down and have a little look. I don't like the lack of illumination, but I like the tree! Wait! This is pretty. It's a little hidden viewpoint. Oh, part of me wants to go all the way back out to see if I can spot it in the cliffside, but I imagine it's been hidden away intentionally, so it's like a little peekaboo mountain. That's very nice. Interesting. I wonder what all these were? They're demos of buildings, but there's not any windmills here. And there are some tree structures, but none this modern. Oh, this staircase exists, I think, but I don't remember seeing the other ones. Okay, back into the ominous mountain with bad lighting. I keep thinking I'm gonna twist my ankle going here. Okay. That just flashed blue, didn't it? Do I need to tell you about that? Oh, hello. Is the theme of the mountain just overstimulation? Cause right now that's the takeaway I'm getting. So when the whole screen is matches this against. Okay, so I think it's these three and then these four that are the two groups. Top down, don't I? Yeah. This, I think? Oh, okay. I didn't see the little dot with all the flashing. That one's not too bad. So we're continuing the pattern of you have to have the dots of different colours separate, but the idea here is that the readout's broken. Oh, with these in the same group, that's gonna be awkward. Okay. So these stars, I believe, have to be in a pair together, but this dot and this dot have to both be cornered off, which wouldn't be too bad, except this star's by the exit, so I can't be bound to include it without that being the exit point path. Don't need any lives in Portal 2. There's a bit more flashing colours than I was anticipating, especially for this time of night. Wave puzzle? Should I put some like dunce 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 background music on? I suppose it could match the atmosphere. So, what if we go this way? Those two are in sync. Oh, Let me try this to see if the star issues, because it could just be I've misremembering how the star works. No, they want to be in the same group. Okay. So, could be this. I said could it be this and then didn't have a plan. Oh dear. Oh, hi Snugglemothon, how are you doing? How has your day been going? How do you feel about the fact that we are now having a wave, I think? So, gotta be those cornered off first. That instead? I think this is the only one that's erroring. Oh, does it want to be like this? And then which way? That star wants to be with this star, which wants to be with this star, which wants to be with this star. Doesn't want to be. Which wants to be with this one? Is this it? Hey, it is! Okay, I'm gonna try and explain this one, because I'm aware I just said this one, this one, this one. But the stars need to be with one other dot of the same colour. And the dots need to be only in the same enclosed section with the walls acting as a barrier of the same colour as them. But because of the confusion, I didn't realise that these two matched. I thought they were somehow a separate colour. So yeah, I just had to engage the cranium and connect these two, rather than trying to connect the mismatching ones. Oh gosh, okay. So same logic as before. This needs to match with this dot, or it passes through roughly the same. Wait, how am I supposed to be able to tell? Because they never hit the same colour, do they? Okay, after just kind of like squinting at it a little bit, I think these two are the same colour and these two are the same colour. And as they align, these three are the same colour as these. So, with this matching this one needs to be isolated. This is very much going to be incomplete, but I just want to get a draft sorted. This shape can be rotated. Oh, okay. So that makes this more awkward. This is confusing. I spend the day refactoring code, so many code changes, so little change. If it helps, I spent the day troubleshooting because I did the thingamabob where I got really excited about understanding something, and so made like 300 lines of changes, and then went to test it and found out that there was an error somewhere, and now I can't find the error, so... like, I can find it. I know where it is. No, I know what it is, I just don't know which of the, like... the the many changes. This is why you should test as you go. Don't try and test once you think you've finished everything, otherwise you end up like me and you suffer. Okay, so what axes? This could be, oh, it could be that. This one's not gonna be happy, and this one's not gonna be happy. Oh, you're not happy. How come? Oh, it's only 3 across, which would make it this, which isn't right, because this one. Wait, why are you grumpy? Can you not be rotated? Yes, you can. Sorry, I'm telling this Cupid song. If those goes together, I'm just trying to make sure I understand this one. So you're at peace with this, which I don't fully understand, but you feel understandably grumpy. So what if I go about it from this way across, and then go here. But then I'm not at the right level to go back down here and close this shape off. Ooh. The wave is making it hard to ponder the cubes with confusion, I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to figure out if, because my instinct is kind of saying that I think this is mostly the right split, but if I loop around here, there's no path out other than to the exit, so I have to, it has to in some way be roughly this shape. Then that can't be it. Oh wait. Test 1 per week on a Friday after 10k code changes? That's an option. Not an option I would endorse. Oh, I'm getting hydrated. Hi, Wood. How you doing? Is this gonna be 10 or am I gonna need to count? I think this is more than 10. Oh dear. Oh, many number. I'm just gonna start drinking. Someone can tell me the total at the end. Okay, thank you for the hydrates. Many plural. That was maybe 6 hydrates from me. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me tab out. 22. Okay, I'm gonna update my hydrate total. I was quietly proud that we'd got quite a little bit of a way from 200 again, but I guess we're going back closer. I'm doing good. I'm glad. I see. Hydration is still an important philosophy of yours in the new year. Oh, okay. So these two pair up. These 3 asterisks pair up. Maybe can this be rotated and I'm just misunderstanding because all the flashing colours make it hard to read the messages? No, I think they're either slightly diagonal. They're not perpendicular to the grid if they can be rotated. So this is either, I'm just gonna scoot across the line to demonstrate it. This is either this shape or the same shape transformed 1 line up. And I reckon because of the fact that I think these two match and these two don't match, it's gonna be the latter. So if I go along and do something like this... If I go along and I do something like this... I think that's it. No? Which cube's angry there? Wait, I can't see what the arrow is there. With the flashing lights, I can't see which... Oh. Oh, that could be a problem if I can't figure out which one's failing it. I'm just gonna do it again to try and look at the, like, quote-unquote readout better. Our weird sensors go off when your death gets lower. the weird sense to hydrate. Foliage 2 years, 2 months? Oh. It's gonna be my 3-year streaming anniversary since I started streaming properly in August this year, which that feels like a weird amount of time for me to have streamed for, because I don't know, I'm still just like, I'm running around, I'm squeaking, I don't know what I'm doing, but that's quite an amount of time. Is it... The hydrates are still going. I was going to ask if anyone can see what it is, but the hydrate message is still there. Did I make this assumption wrong? What if it's somehow cut off like this? No. These two are going to be separate. It can't be these two and these two, it has to be split down the middle. Because there's no way you can split full like this. And these two don't match up, so it has to be split down the middle. There's no other orientation of them that's possible to divide by. Oh, it's because this it wants to be on its own. Okay. I think I know the issue. I don't know how to fix the issue, but I know what it is. Oh, okay, so if we start going around here, I need some way to close this segment off with just these two in it and not have it cross over to these, because the StarCom, it doesn't only require an odd number of squares, it requires only one other per star. 23 hydrates, time to just find a pool-sized milk. I did 7 hydrates, almost finished my drink. Felt the ominous sensation of impending hiccups and then added to my debt. Yeah, so the issue here is that this one's not satisfied. I think you can kind of see the red flashing alternating. So, I think that's the rough shape, but I need to swap it in some way so that these two aren't in line with these. What if we go like this? No, because then we're out again, and there's no upside, but... Oh! That's just Able with a loop at the beginning, isn't it? Yeah? No, okay, that is it. I was just like, I'm gonna sound really silly if I go, yeah, that's it. Rainbow, that's pretty. Confusing also, but I think the colours are static here. So there's these two yellow, these two yellow, these two pink, these 4 turquoise. So this is like, not that it's chill per se, I really like the rainbow mouse thing, that's very fun. But that's, I'm having a great time with this one, I want them all to be rainbow. Was I meant to suffer more from colour theory than I did then? I was kind of chilling with that one was pleasant. Oh, you're missing a tile. That wouldn't be good for your structural integrity. Okay, let's have this Movember puzzles. I love drawings! Okay, okay. Trees that have the apple puzzles. That's not the village, that's got too many buildings, surely? These aren't all from this location. The ruins don't line up, I don't think. Once again, big wisteria enthusiast. Oh, hi, Yellow! There's the Sally that joke. What do you call a cow who can't produce milk? A milk dud? Wait, that's the American chocolate, isn't it? The little chocolate thing, right? How you doing? The landscapes. Having a house on the beach would be so nice in theory, but so terrifying given weather, wave sands. Fear about landslides, very, very reasonable. Different drafts for the quarry. Oh, the peninsula. Can't say I understand the distinctions. Ancient ruins that also have the puzzles in. But I feel like the ancient ruins have a bit more ruin to them than that. They have a second story at present. Oh, there's another windmill there. There were so many little sketch windmills earlier. These look like the geographical survey my friend who did like geography adjacent uni stuff used to draw. Wait, we haven't seen these plant textures before. These are pretty. Is that lettuces and purple? Is that green and purple lettuces? Bell peppers! Oh, I like it down here. Okay, I'm assuming this is gonna make paths connect. Ooh, okay. Okay, so to get down here earlier. And that should be fine to connect a few of them. I'm assuming that the orange door is in fact not a fallen tile, and it's just a path that we're gonna have to do some other shenanigans to open. I'm Newman. Okay. Oh. The like soot damage doesn't make me feel very relieved, but here we go. um. Oh, I like this design. I like this design a lot. Oh, that's very fun. Oh, that is very fun. This has to be here, surely. Oh, I think they have to be grouped together. Yeah. Oh, interesting. In that case. It needs to loop back around like this. Okay. Ooh. Oh, well that's not gonna work now. Oh my goodness. Can't sleep. In my defense, this staying up late was scheduled in advance and therefore is responsible and not any synonyms for not responsible. Okay. So I don't know how. I want to test this, but I'm gonna need to remember the successful solution. So I might make a note of that. Do I have a pen and paper? Okay, this isn't exactly a pen and paper. I have so many notepads. Let me get some notepaper out. Okay. open the current solution is 1 across, 5 up, 1 across, 3 down, 2 across, 1 up, 1 across, 1 up, 2 back, 1 up, 2 across, and up out. I need to check if these dots, if they're on their own. So this would be a valid solution for this individual puzzle, but not for the previous ones. Okay. Let's start with this. It's this puzzle directly to the left that's going to be the most difficult, because to me, that looks like it's going to cut off the 2 green dots because I don't see a way of connecting them. Unless, no. Tomorrow's the League of Legends stream? Oh yeah. Tomorrow is the League of Legends squad. I'm gonna suffer. I haven't actually installed it yet. I should probably do that. I don't know if you need to like do a tutorial or fight bots. So should I do that before stream? I feel like that's an authentic part of the first try stream suffering experience. And so I feel like I should leave it in, but I feel a little bit bad if it's like a lab that I'm gonna be not present at the start, but I'm sure they can entertain themselves doing successful things at the game, because they won't be once I get there. I don't think this is it, but let's just try that. Yeah, these 2 are. How can these 2 interact in such a way that they're both on a tile that is in use and therefore overlap and hit both of these green dots? Unless, is it done in the, no, it can't be done in the negative, because this, you're always going to have this shape, and potentially you could have something added to it, but it's mandatory that it has to be either here or here, because you have to you can't rotate either of these, and so the only possible alignment is for them to be back to back and therefore merged because they share a common line. But that gets kind of confusing, because if that's the case, the only way the green dots can connect is out underneath the bottom of them, with this being in this like staircase shape. But the issue then is oh wait, have I forgotten that they can be with ones of other colours? They can! Oh, that's not a valid solution for something. What's the not a valid solution for? Oh, okay. I thought I had a solution then, and now I do not. Okay. Well, that thwarts my mysterious plans. Oh heck, wait, 10 streams in a row, let's go! I'm so glad I got the stream tracking thing, it's so fun. Wait, 450 channel points? That's like 5 hydrates, I'm scared. My internet is very slow and still downloading League. I think I'll postpone it for 2028. My internet is slow, and that's why I've spent a year on this puzzle game. Let's see. So I have to isolate this dot from this dot. If I... But it can't be done without separating the bottom ones, and so... Oh, I think I've got to... It's because they don't necessarily need to be in the order they're in, so it can be this shape. But there's going to be one missing, which is going to be the single dot there. So it's going to need to be this shape. Oh. I think this is fine under relatively small adaptation. I probably should have made a better note of what the plan is, but I think I remember. I think I remember. My brain's so big. Oh heck. Okay, that one's quite an issue. So this has to be. I'm gonna write down the new solution and then start doing my mappings. So we go. Oh, sorry. We go straight up 4, no going across first. Go 1 across, down 4, 1 across, up 1, cross 1, down 2, double back a little bit, up 2. This is where my ability to draw lines roughly to scale is being tested by how much it doubles back on itself. Just ignore the fact that the length of the lines is like slowly warped a little bit, but I've got the rough shape down. So this has to either be this 2 here or this 2 here, but it's kind of convenient because we know that it must be this 2 here. Oh, is it just this? Oh, that puts me on the wrong side. Can I do it inversely? No, I can't. No, I can't. Wait, is there one in the bottom corner? Is there a reason why I'm... So, this can either be this shape or it can be... That's the only option. It's got to be this shape. So, I'm gonna have to do it in the negative, which is gonna be evil. So... Oh! I really thought it was gonna let me continue with similar shapes for a while, but no! Oh heck, Leo! How are you doing? It's been so long since I've seen you. Wait, thank you for subscribing for 27 months. I really appreciate it. What is that emote? Oh, thank you for the 30 bits. I see someone that why is there shading on that? Hello Leo, how are you doing? Thank you so much for subscribing for 27 months. I hope you're having a... Oh, if I tap out, does it make me lose my path? That feels mean. Okay. But I hope you enjoy whatever book you get at the library this month. What's up? Oh, we're confused. What is up with you? So this has to be this shape. Unless this shape. Which... How does... I should really have just put all the requirements on one map, shouldn't I? That would have been a lot easier than drawing the paths out. Ah, do I want to do that in retrospect? I'm gonna have to, I think. I don't know if I can just visualize my way out to this. Because we're gonna need this shape isolated. So this path can't be right. Let's draw it out. So, for grid of 5 by 5, so we do 6 dots. 6 dots. I'm quite slow with drawing dots. You must appreciate it as the refined dot craftsmanship. at some point I think my dots lost count and... Okay, well, we're just gonna make do with the fact that my grid is on a diagonal. I have square paper somewhere. I could have just used that, but here we are. The white squares. We have the single black square. We have the little octagon on the line. We have the 2 square pattern here. And then what are the other requirements? I'm gonna have to just use colours for this. I have my highlighters because I was making notes earlier. Okay, that's perfect. We have pink ones and the green ones. Any others from the earlier ones that I've forgotten? Oh! This dot is black and white in a different pattern to the earlier other black and white dots, so I'm gonna have to draw the 2 kind of concentric sets of dots on those squares. Because they were previously both white, I think? Oh, yeah. And so the only thing that's left is the mini L-shaped one and the 3-line one. And now, in my little notebook, I have the whole puzzle on one piece of paper, and it's very confusing. Oh, hi Mio! How you doing? How's your day been going? Don't beep at me, I know there's problems. Okay. So... options that I have, I think other greater pattern, but I think this is still going to be the case. That makes a lot of sense for the general shapes. The things which fail this, by my current understanding, is this tile needs to be separate, these 2 need to be closed off, and this line needs to have a dot through it. So if we just go in parts, we don't try and fix everything at once, but we go here, the current issues is the fact that this 2 dot and the must cross line here aren't being met. So I'm just gonna go home again. If we try and do it like this, then I don't have the space to cross over before touching the line there. But that's gonna be the case for any of these unless I... I may have to completely abandon the shape that I'd assumed earlier. Ah, okay. So the 3 block can't go to the very top because we need the pink and the green squares that are down here and here to still connect, so that needs to be in the middle, either in this row or this row. If it's in this row and we have the 1 and 2 grid shape here, then what space do we have? Still don't have enough because we're going to hit against this line. Unless... never mind. I was going to say unless, but the grid is smaller than I thought. Oh! The other ones went too smoothly now, this is very confusing. So this is our previous solution. But you can immediately see that it doesn't satisfy this one. I was gonna say, could it somehow just get shifted over, but you're always gonna have to isolate against the wall, and then you don't have the room to loop round. But I got kind of invested in that solution, so I don't want to start a completely separate one from scratch. But I think I'm gonna have to, and I would like to like object to that a little bit, just cause I don't know. I feel like it makes sense they should build off each other, but actually, this is the issue with having momentum at the very start of the game, or the very start of the stream, because then when you get to the end and you're stuck, it's okay. Um, this has to be closed off against the wall. It can be closed off the tile above it, I think. But then wait. Can I look back across the top? If we're not going to be able to. This dot feels like it's information. Oh, the 3 line could be up here. Okay, I see something. So, do this. Let's see here which part's error. You're grumpy with me down there. Can I do this? So smart. Wait, am I not? Which one's erroring? Huh? Oh, I need to inverse it. That's fine, that's fine. I just got it the wrong way around in my head. Visualization for the brain cells. I'm so good at walking in circles, kind of squares? Squares. Oh, interesting. If I can connect this to one of the side doors, will it let me out there then? Or are the puzzles different depending on what path you connect to? Let's try to get out this side door. So we can group those two together, these two together. Oh! I had not anticipated that. Okay. That's cool and fun. Let's go to the other side. Da 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 da. I was thinking that this starting big room puzzle was too simple. 2 valid solutions on 1 map is very fun. I wonder if they're gonna balance each other out. So... I want to leave you 2 much space as possible. If I just do this, I don't think this is a valid solution, but I want to see where it errors. It's erroring because there's 4 here, which makes sense. What if I just go straight to here? Then these will error up here, which again makes sense. I think that might be the start of a path of some kind. Oh, those ended up together. Okay, what if I did a... this way? this way. No, why did I make this so complicated on the left side? Oh, that's why I made it complicated on the left side. uh... If we go this way, close them off there. Yeah. Is that gonna open if I walk into it? I feel like it isn't. Well. Very awkward if I need to... I guess I need to get a path to one of the other sides that doesn't kind of interfere with the shape of this. But I'm not particularly sure how to do that. There's so many options. I have a little biscuit for if I get confused, just as a motivation, like a chocolate chip cookie. I was hoping I could wait until like a few hours into the stream before I reach the confusion of additional snack motivation, but see, this is one of many paths across the middle. But I don't see how you isolate the dots sufficiently without cutting across the other path. Because you're going to need to either split these two or draw a line across the middle. So I think potentially I've incorrectly interpreted the baseline of the puzzle rules. Because I don't think they can both be active at the same time. But then... Oh, this one only has power if this one's active? I don't understand the visual language of this. Those two are together. Then that's fine, and that's a variation of the solution I had before. But there's now no way for these to... There's now no way to path from the other side out. And I don't think there's going to be. Because you need to split into 3 groups, which if you group against the 3 walls, then innately you need to cross them, or you can divide in the middle and go against a wall at 2 points, which from the positioning, I think... Am I making an assumption that it's going to have to cross the middle? You can only split these 2 up if you're exiting here, which we need to do from the other side, so it can't be that one. I feel like there's something that could be done. Oh no. I was gonna say with splitting these 2 into these pairings rather than their closest pairing, but then you still end up closing this path in, I think. Oh, howdy, Toad. Have you been behaving? I think so. Up past our bedtime, but, you know, relatively behaving. Is it that they both just need to be valid solutions? Or is it that I need the yellow one to path the end point? Because if it's just they both need to be valid solutions, I can do one of the big blue paths that just leaves a lot of empty space. and loop back in on the corner. Like, how do I try to demonstrate this well? The issue now is I can't get to the other side, but on this side, this would be a valid path. So, do people see the vision? I just need 2 valid paths. I don't know how to do the back and forth. I think this is the right kind of idea, but not the right solution. So... yeah, I think the plan has to be, I draw a big spare shape with the blue line, I draw a small shape with the orange, and now that the orange line is valid and powering the thing, I draw another small path with the blue that allows me to cut directly to the exit, because some of them are cordoned off by the yellow line. So, can I just do this then? And then we're gonna have to do some legwork before we find out if I'm being silly. But I think this makes sense. Like, it's gotta be in 2 stages, you know? So, my hypothesis is I can do this, specifically cordoning them off. Yeah, the door now opens. Okay, and so, oh, the wrong path. I was gonna run in a loop. Because I've made the puzzle quote-unquote easier by them being missing on the other half, I now have more possible solutions on this side, because I don't need to worry about splitting as many items. And so I can just go I can just go... No. I think I actually need to go back and redo that path and go down and... Okay, well, I was almost there. Can I remember my solution from before? No, it was this way. Oh, but then... No, I can't go that 1 space slower. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe... Is it gonna take more steps then? But I feel like... Maybe... I feel like I'm getting closer, but I also feel like this is the type of thing where I could just be doing the wrong thing and spend the next 100 years saying I'm getting closer. You know? Like, I see an end vision, which in my mind, let me demonstrate, would be this line goes directly across and down, and this orange line in some way separates out these 2 tiles as well as this one. Am I there now? I think I might be... No. I'm getting too excited. I don't want to say I'm there now and then have another layer. But I think I might be. Yeah. Yeah! Okay, I was there. I should have trusted the hype. That's mean! Okay. Elevator. Secret tunnel? Wait, what do I get for... No, can I go back up? I want to see what that doing that puzzle does. It does nothing. That's anticlimactic, but I like the waterfall. Okay, we can get back down. Leo was the king that chat? This is true. Rebellious. Is that the way you would describe looking people? I feel like... Oh, there isn't a gate on this. That's kind of hazardous. I'll stay tucked back here. I hope that puzzle gives me like a bonus squivel or something, because I feel quite proud for spotting that. This is ominous. This is very ominous. Uh-oh. I don't feel too good about this. I don't know why. Scared the door's gonna close or something. This is so quiet. Oh. I feel like these puzzles, are they gonna layer or something? This means that exactly one thing must be ignored. So I could do this. Okay. I could do this. These feel like they're way too chill to be the only requirements. Oh! It's gonna make me... Is it not gonna make me do the puzzle at an evil angle? Was that my own mistake before? Okay. So... Because there's so many possible permutations of these ones, it doesn't like having two of them at the same time. But I think that's... Close this off in the middle unless you go this way. And then... Oh, you can close it off on the bottom row. And then have this? Yeah. Secret mineshaft storage? Yeah, optional extra puzzle. This one can't be done, so I'm gonna do it this way. Yep. Ew. I don't know what was going on with the rotating over there, that was ominous. Can I just go this way? So... Oh gosh, okay. Oh, I don't like that at all. Let's go look from upstairs. Oh my gosh. Okay, I probably should have guessed that I was gonna have to stare between floors of the problems, but I just thought it was there to give me like vertigo and a sense of the heavens, given all the god shenanigans that's been going on. Having some biscuit. This elevator takes too long to be such a kind of repeated part of my confusion. Maybe this isn't how I expected to do it. Okay, so I can do it from down there. I can visualize. I've got this. It's just a puzzle within a puzzle. I like these things. I like them all once I've solved them, but I like them all when I'm confused. Once I've solved them, it's simple. I think before I jump into it, I'm gonna need to redo at least one, if not two, of the tiles. Because essentially, I need a double symmetry, a single symmetry pattern down the middle line that connects to the edges of the map to make sure the shapes that we excluded with the little didgeridoo are formed, I think. So I think the idea would be the line needs to go down here and across here and up for this side. So I'm going to check how that errors against the other one. Stand up the stairs so I can actually see the map for Oh, you don't like any of that. Interesting. But surely... No, I don't understand that. I'm lost on this one. So the area that hasn't been cancelled isn't happy. And so is it that they're a part of the larger map? Is that the thing? And then I need to choose which one to cancel, so it's... But the maps aren't the same dimensions, it's it's 4 small 4x4s and 1 5x5, so they can't just be assumed to scale up to be bits that aren't cancelled a part of the whole image. I don't think that would make sense. So what could it be? Let me try some different patterns to see if I can get any of them to be happy with me. No. Resounding third. Hi. Don't know. How do I interpret my way out of this one? So... Okay. I am going to redo this. Can this one be redone? I don't think so, because, yeah. So it needs to be this shape. Or broader. But then the issue is, because this is mirrored, you can't have the 3 along the bottom. Because so if it's the case that they scale up and then go into their respective corner for the skew for the fact that they're not the same grid size, this one prevents that because... Oh, unless we just do this. Okay, that's doable. And then on this one, it would be difficult. I don't know if I can that one. I think I have to go for the did it earlier and go this way. But then that contradicts with the dot on the other side because it's gotta be symmetrical. I think I need to pick a separate quadrant for each image and then make it up so that the patterns can be symmetrical, so I end up drawing the lines that satisfy the one that's remained in colour, if that makes sense. But I can't currently see the vision, so maybe I have misunderstood the directions again. Okay, we have bottom left corner, bottom right corner, top left corner. So maybe we try and position this one so it's looking at the top right corner. A little bit awkward with including this dot fellow. The only orientation which would also include this, and therefore must have the dot in it. So I think maybe this one before was correct. Or at least in that this is the one that's isolated, for want of a better word, is correct. Because I don't, neither of those shapes can stay entirely contained within one corner. Okay. What if I just treat this as activations now? So I have the full squares here, and then in this corner, and therefore we're scooting them one across and one down. So one to the right and one down for this one, so that's this tile. We have the rotational L shape, potentially. And then on this tile we have the non-rotational mini, like square L, and then on this tile, rotational shape. Okay, so if that's the case, then we have to have... I'm gonna try... Oh, I forgot about the mirroring. It's even worse, what the heck? There's so many layers. But... okay. I feel like I'm misunderstanding how they combine. Sorry, I realize I clarified. I'm silent because I'm trying to catch up on my hydrate debt again. I'm just... Alright. Okay, I'm being finally finished. I don't understand how they connect. So this causes them all to error. I like these. I don't know why, but the kind of way each of these has their own quadrant feels correct to me, because you have bottom left, top left. Oh, we've got two on the top left. Maybe that doesn't feel correct to me. But there isn't a valid bottom right one. I went over this earlier. Oh, hi Sounds. Oh, and hi Star. Live on the once. How you both doing? Tiny Mouse? I'm just in a really big room. I'm still pretty tall. So it's a symmetry puzzle, so I can't go past the middle line. What does this? There's not that many combinations for symmetry puzzles is the thing. And so part of me just wants to try things to see if I can get a indicator. but I am not familiar with how they are combining. If I start from this side, what then? Even that just be false? I mean, there's still a lot of combinations. You've got, well, got too many paths. Yeah, no, there's so many paths here. So, if these are all combining, do you want me to do the square in each of them? I don't think I can. I don't think they can combine. I was yapping earlier, but I think this is the necessary only solution for this one. I feel bold saying only. It could be this, but that doesn't particularly help with the larger predicament. It's one of two solutions for that one. This one... No, this is the only valid solution for this one, I think. Or, yeah, that's the only valid solution. I could do, like, other extra shapes down here to cut into this absence of space, but... I stand by this one as well, yeah. And this one has multiple valid solutions. But I just kind of like the square, because it's an easier shape to work around. Arson can solve a lot of issues. Well, someone clearly tried that over here before. I wonder if that's the last or first person to turn to stone. Oh, I gotta figure this out. I feel like I'm getting close. I'm gonna take the long and ponderous elevator route up to try and look at it from on top to see if that grants me some wisdom. It can make people read? Wait, how does an arson make people read? Like, threats? That's kinda ominous. Oh wait, thank you for the luck sounds. Okay, we have the long lift ride up. The little puzzle I solved earlier and didn't get any reward for. I wonder if that's like an on-off thing for something. Okay. To be not on the grid to spectate from. It feels like close to an angle. So... Oh, is it that they connect? Do you kind of see the vision? What if it connects on this way? Starts here, goes up on boss. That one is happy! Okay. So, slight improvement. One of them's not beeping at me. You're still unhappy. You know, fair enough, I suppose. What about now? No, still grumpy with me? Let's have a look from the other side. Oh, I can't actually cross over that easily. I don't think there's a way to see the circle from this end. What if I look at them both from this end? I feel like that's going to make it more difficult, but... We go 1 up, 2 up, down and out. I think I need to rotate the bottom one. I think the line I had it on earlier was better. This is going to be so confusing doing it from the ground floor, but I don't want to wait for the elevator unless I get very confused. I'll be honest, I have no clue what the lines mean, but I'm sure you're close. Yeah, I don't know how I would begin to explain. I don't know how they combine. I've never seen the, like, puzzles combine before, and so I'm trying to guess different rules of combination, and then based off that guess on how they work together, find a solution. But I can go over the, like, general gist. So, each time there's a shape on a line or a square, that's kind of considered a rule. And this little biohazard waste symbol means that it has to be enclosed with another shape, with another rule, and that rule must not be true. So a rule must explicitly fail, it can't be left in isolation. And so for this one it works because these regular orange squares in a shape mean that the square in the graph that it exists within must be part of this larger shape. And so this square is happy because its rule of being in a cube is accepted with a 2x2 square. And this one fails because there isn't a 3x1 added onto the shape as a separate volume. But it's good that it fails because within the cube and therefore within this shape's enclosure is the rule failure. The only other variation of this is on this one, where you see they're kind of at a jaunty angle, and that means the shapes can be rotated. The first one only has one solution then? Not necessarily, because you could do something like this, where you make the rule for the 3 shape work, but the larger square fails, and therefore you still get the 1 pass 1 failure. But I prefer the square solution because if we look at them as being subsections of the larger grid, even though these are 4x4s and it's a 5x5, this is more enclosed in one area, and if we ever have one that goes more than 3 lines across, we're not going to be able to do it in the larger puzzle, because the grid itself on the, like, super level is also a mirror puzzle, so you have to draw the lines symmetrically. And so because it's a 5x5 grid, you can never go more than 2 across, because that would hit the middle and therefore hit the other line. But that's just added confusion. So I think earlier with this one, I had another orientation of it that worked better, I think. But I like these two on this side. I feel like they work kind of neatly. Was it just the other way around? Oh. Yeah, like this? Yeah, that was the other solution I had before. I feel like that kind of connects the segments. Oh! Do they stack to form? No, they don't. But then how on earth is this gonna work? If... Are they the same line? Don't think so. I don't know how they combine. I'm gonna go up the elevator. I got nothing left. Wait, my windows in the wrong order? So you really only have a 2x5 on the super level? Yeah, on the super level you have a 2x5 which has 2 overlapping puzzles with it being each side of the mirror. My current issue is that I don't know how the smaller puzzles, like what the rule of them combining is. And I managed to get a shape earlier, which I was happy with. My brain's hurting. That's the game. I this game makes me feel very stupid and then smart for 5 seconds, and then very stupid, and then it continues. This bit was content earlier when I did this, and I mirrored the shape of it. But then, wait, what if I mirror it like that? No? What if I mirror it like that? I don't know how this relates to the reflection on the other side is the issue, but you can kind of see here that my guess was that you need to copy the lines but combine them, but that doesn't work with the ones on the left unless you copy the volume, but even then I don't think that would work. I'm gonna pour myself another drink. I sped through it too speedily trying to get to my hydrate death. Kinda sounds like programming. I've already done a lot of programming today. That's my excuse if I can't make any more progress. No, I can make more progress. We've only been doing this an hour and a half. I've got another hour of being confused in me at least, for sure, for sure. I might start just talking nonsense and walking in circles, muttering about cubes in between my other nonsense, which is uncube related, but you know, like nonsense in its own non-cube right. I kind of want to get a better perspective to look down from. There's no elevator to the next floor, so I can just neum. This is a little bit better for perspective. Oh no, it doesn't seem to want me to draw from here. Okay, I guess I can only look from... Wait, how have I been able to get out here? Oh, I don't... Oh, I'm on glass. Oh yeah, you can only draw through gaps. Okay. Is it happy if I just draw a cube at any height which it's in, or does it have to be at the bottom? Any height which it's in. Interesting. Why aren't you happy with that one? Okay, so you're happy there. But then... Why aren't you happy? What? This makes bottom left square happy. This makes top left square. Oh, this doesn't make top left square happy. This makes top left square happy? No? I swear this one was satisfied a moment ago. This that I did? No? Let's try and do this just to see if I can get this shape to be happy. I can't because I forgot to mirror it. But shh. Okay, let's see. No, you're still unhappy. What if I try and get the top right one to be happy? So that would be this shape. No, it would be this shape. No, it doesn't like that. I don't know how this works. I swear I thought I saw this one pass one of these solutions before. Okay, that was it, that was it. So let me hover here. Do I need to... Can I rearrange the components in the bottom left tile somehow? Or the top right tile to make them match up with this? I can kind of see why this is the solution. Instead of yeah, okay, I can see why this is the solution. Kind of. It's the... how do I phrase this? The segment which each of them sits in, that respective corner is the kind of immediate 2x2 shape, and the portion surrounding the shape is the one that's drawn there. But that feels like a very flimsy rule, which makes me think that I'm not fully getting it. I also would have to change one of the right-hand starting components to get it to work from this. I don't think there's enough variations on it. Wait, if it's the stackable thing, then I can do it. Wait, I can do it. Because they don't have to necessarily be in the same order, right? So it could be this one on the bottom and the square on the top. Is that it? I think that's it, because the L shape can sit on the right hand side and the triangle can be on top of it to make the square. Let me down the lift! I'm a genius! I hope there were some cool sound effects that I missed. Okay, I think I can explain it. I'm not entirely convinced I can describe it in like formal logic, but I can ramble into an evocation of it. This is what I mean about the game makes me feel smart for a few seconds, because it's gonna wear out when I see the next puzzle. But for now, I'm like a big brain. I'm like a 10x puzzle solver. I'm going crazy. Smartness increased so many levels up. I'm proud of myself. Okay, so before, I was making the mistake of thinking that they had to be in their respective segments, but it's based off the halves. And so I was trying to get the cubes invalid in this half and the triangle at the top. But in the same way that I discussed earlier, or I don't know if I introduced this idea, but they're like semi-commutative in the, not in the net volume, but the shapes can be arranged next to each other. So along here 3, up here, and in this square would be a valid solution if the exception wasn't here. And so under that, you can have this square on the top here. This little triangle is this segment that I'm walking in now, with that being the square. And then on this side they stack together, because this is in the L shape that I'm walking up here, which only leaves the other corresponding little half square triangle from here, and they match up, and then it's symmetrical. And now I get to be confused again. Oh, this is ominous. Oh, this is quite ominous. Okay. I don't feel like my wisdom is being rewarded. I think I'm being punished by scary lighting. Oh! Okay. So... Oh? No! Don't make me do it with a timer! It's changed! Sorry, that wasn't a very calm response. Okay. Please keep the one on the right solved. Please, please, please. What if I stay standing on the dot? Oh, thank goodness. Okay, okay. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Okay, that one was a bad one. Let's have a different one. Let's try again, let's try again. Okay. This one is relatively chill. Oh, the only valid full across line. No, I liked that one. Give it back. They better only have a finer rotation because I want to get back to that one. No, this one's new again. Oh dear. Okay. There. And then how do I cross it over to reach here? I'm not sure. So it'd have to be along here. And no, no. Okay, okay, okay. This is fine. I better not be expected to do two in one go. This feels achievable. If this one's a straight line and then I have this zigzagging across from... No, I saw it! I know the solution to that one! Give it back! The solution to that one was along here, up to down one across in like this shape, but I've got a new one now to worry about. Which I think this one's kind of chill. Am I being foolish? I'm probably being foolish. Oh, I am being foolish. I don't know how to isolate the starting point. Never mind. I feel like the time is getting faster. Oh, if it is, then it's kind of Jova for me. Okay. The can't go all the way across, and so it has to... Oh, it's this, it's this. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, holy moly. Don't like you for the record. I don't like either of you. And I blame you, Mr. Band, and your ominous room. Well, this is difficult for a variety of reasons. Because Can you move around them? Oh, I can now. That's weird. I don't like that. They've changed the rules. Okay. So it's not quite what it's not my first attempt, but that's quite an acceptable level of nation. Oh, heck, okay. The rules for this one, those little dots on the line, you had to go through every single one of them. The rotation is gonna cause me, planing, I think? I think that's my most technical solution. Oh, I needed to go all the way up to make sure they cut off from each other, because it's... If I say Mobius adjacent, will people forgive my shorthand? I should probably be doing them all in one go? This is fine, I think, unless I'm misunderstanding. Because it's all one big shape, and so you can just... Oh, that's the difficult part. Okay. So... I have to go around the outside to allow the space to approach from the inner path because of the repeating corners. What the heck? Oh. Okay, I feel like I'm getting there. I feel like I might develop motion sickness in the process, but I feel like I'm getting there. No, okay. So this has to be the branch to the upstairs, unless I've made a mistake somewhere. Which I have. I needed to go back another line. Okay. Oh. Yes, do I start here? My brain is turning into spaghetti. Spaghetti. Oh. I don't think that's the starting point. I think it starts at a 1 point. Oh. I don't really have a plan here, I'm just kind of wandering. Which isn't the most reassuring. I feel like I had a better start previously than I do now, so I'm gonna try a different puzzle for the sake of my grumpiness. By grumpiness I just mean I can feel my brain melt very speedily. This is gonna be one of those inside out puzzles, I think, where we're gonna need to actually isolate the middle row in some way. Here. Okay, and then... No, I didn't mean to click off, but I think I remember the path. 2, and still along another 2. Background. Oh, I needed to go along another one. Oops a daisy. Oh. This I needed to close off on the other side and I forgot to. I think it's there. Yeah. Tubular puzzles now? Yeah. Wait, I should explore a little bit before I get consumed with the puzzle. I'm very concerned about what's gonna happen to these legs that I'm standing under when I complete the puzzles, but that's not stopped me before. 2 starting points. And I think it has multiple solutions. Yeah, I think it has multiple solutions. Uh-oh. I'm not quite used to the, multi-directional instructions malarkey. Yeah, that one has quite a few, I think. But it's mostly in wiggle room spaces. Where's the other star? Is this the game that took a year? Yeah, this is the game that took a year. This might be the last stream. I might be developing an ego here. It's a symmetrical one, I'm so stupid. Oh no. Oh no. I immediately regret all of my decisions and declarations. Okay. That wasn't a valid solution. Why wasn't that a valid solution? Started from the top, because I think it was a valid solution from the bottom, but I'm also half convinced they're symmetrical and I don't like doing it from the top because the angles are slightly different. Oh, it's because there's this segment down here. Okay. To isolate that. Oh, oh no. I'm once again concerned about the fact that everyone's turned to stone. Didn't you say the same thing last stream? Don't bring down my optimism. It might be finished this stream. Okay, so in my corresponding the bubble, it's here. If I keep this line up here, go across and down here. Oh, it's because the orange star isn't included in both of them. Okay, I'm getting closer, I'm getting closer. I'm getting motion sick, but I'm also getting closer. No? Let's try from the top again, even with its bad angles. What if instead of this, and then... Oh, don't know for that one. Let's try the other one. Okay. I've got... Oh, well... 1 second, my phone's running out of charge. I hope that's not been on pause for too long. I didn't notice. I was too busy puzzling to look down and see the little the little running out of battery symbol. Foolishly, I thought that I could simply use my phone without charging it continuously during stream. But I should have known that once an iPhone gets to like 3 years old, it becomes unusable. What if I go... Okay, so this can't be it because I see 1 point of isolation, but I can maybe understand more about why it can't be it. Yeah. How far back does this loop go for me to have to unravel to add that one in? Not that quite far back. Does that leave 2 spare? Yeah, that row can still be dipped into, which is good. And then go across here, down 2, up here. Oh, there's this line as well. Okay, so change of plan. We're retracing our steps. I'm being very careful not to click off because then I'll have to retrace my steps even further. Oh no, I don't think this is a valid one. No. Okay, this might be a problem. So this is a corner. Okay. Let's just start trying to box off the ground floor in a kind of simple pattern. There we go. So we have a clean floor isolation. I think we're back in the same place, just starting in the other direction. Yep, cool. So, if I go back to my ground floor wobbling, back to quite close to the beginning. I think that bit has to be... Nope, never mind, I closed myself off. Oh dear. So there's 3 possible start points. I wonder if I can work through them by process of elimination. I feel like there's too many options to do that. This isn't a valid solution because we have this endpoint here. So this corner can only be used to connect these, and so irregardless of where we start from, this segment is going to have this path, as does this one. The connection... Okay, so I think that's kind of the viewpoint that you've got to hover there. Oh, is this? No, there's another one there. Missing out? Okay, I'm missing 2 currently. 2? Any others? No, just those 2. Okay. Would changing the starting dial fix that if I go again at that pattern? I don't think so. But that's a really simple pattern, so No, I don't want to think about this one. Let me keep to my dots. Starting... If I pass round to this one, I think that makes more sense. And these are kind of interchangeable. That dot being there in the middle is fake choice hand waving. Don't know how to verbalize that better. This bit I can do with a bit of squiggling, I think. I haven't counted the sides, so I'm not 100% sure. Oh, maybe I can't do this with squiggling? Yeah, it's 1 out. But what if we do like a regular squiggling? So, do I get boxed in? Yeah, I get boxed in. I think it's starting from this side, but that's kind of a guess, not a reasoned one. Playing wrap back round to here. Okay. That's the end goal logic then. Okay, I've changed my mind. I'm gonna try something silly. But I kind of loop down the edges. Back up. Am I gonna get left with... It's the exact same 2 dots as before. Okay. Where could I get them from? I kinda like the idea of having it being in 2 sections and then be connecting them. Issue I have here... Oh! Oh, this is very awkward. I don't know how to visualize this in a place where I can view it all at once. So... 1, 2... Let's count the gaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 5... Yeah, so it's a 6x6 looping grid. No, sorry, 6x4 looping grid. that requires 7 squares across the top. 7 dots across the top further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I pay no attention to the fact that my dots got increasingly small towards the end because I didn't space them out very well. Exit here, and there are the starting points, which are not symmetrical on the exit. Did I miscount the number of tiles? Counted the number of tiles, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it is 6. How? Oh, the exit is on the what would be the like mirror point. So my visualization, I'm not thinking of it properly as being a kind of. I don't want to talk about topology. I'm not thinking about it being a loop in the correct manner. So I've got the 2 and 2/2 starting points written down, and now I just need to visualize the line breaks. So there's one non-path here, 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 all the way to the ground, with another break here. And I don't believe there's any others. Okay. Well, I have it in a grid now. Not convinced how much that helps, but I've got a visual representation of it in a flat plane. Oh, thank you for the puts and the hydrate songs. I feel like I've got to be so close to the end of the game. I can't get confused here. Potato. I had some really good potatoes for dinner. I got to go out to a restaurant yesterday. It's a really nice place. They do a lot of different vegan and vegetarian Indian food, and it's one of the places where you order a lot of small plates, and we once again incorrectly estimated the number of small plates, and so I got to take home a bunch of leftovers with spinach and potatoes, and I love spinach and potatoes, and so I was very content. I got to have 3 different leftovers for dinner. That was very nice. And then I needed some carbohydrates with it, so I just picked up some kind of like store-bought garlic naan, and then heated that up alongside it, and I had a delightful time. How on earth do I do this? Okay. Let me try and get my highlighter that's basically the color of the paper out. Wonder. Oh! No. I hate spinach and potatoes, but good for you! I understand disliking spinach, but potatoes I am bamboozled by. It feels intrusive to ask you like allergic to potatoes or something, but I can't fathom any other reason for disliking them. They're so good. You get starch and happiness. Actually, the spinach tree and the potatoes, it kind of depends on how they're cooked. That's somewhat understandable. no, I'm left with the same gaps again. Wait, what would be the bad style of potato in that point of reference? Cause like I like all potatoes. The universe gonna give me any clues? Or is it just gonna give me ominous stone people? I've been saying the sun moves, and everyone told me I was losing my mind, but it's behind the cloud now. I know it's the cloud moving, not the sun in the sky, but that feels like my point about the sun moving is validated. Jeez. Okay, so what about if I just go floor by floor? If I clear the whole first floor out first and then loop back down as soon as I can, then I get hit by this. Okay. What if I do like an internal staircase? The poor approximation of words of as meaning. Don't hit this square particularly, and then am I crazy? No, I'm not! Ah! Okay. Two left, two left. My brain is so big. There's another shape for me to learn. Okay. Oh, this is another symmetrical one. I don't like those. So I'm gonna go kind of floor by floor again, I think. Oh. Well, that one was much simpler. What the heck? Okay. That wasn't in order. The gremlin laugh? Sometimes I have a like little goblin creature laugh, and then other times I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I just giggle normally, but then I'm like this feels achievable. This feels distinctly achievable. Achievable might have been the wrong word. Not in that I think I won't. Oh! No, I don't like using the top row. Scaling. A white dot there, which if I try and contextualize it, be where was the error for that one? Can I remember? Oh, I've already crossed off the exit. Okay. That keeps that on the right level. Bell Citizen? Is that one of the really big real-time trading economy space games? very interesting to me and like something I would enjoy, but I also feel like the type of thing that would prevent me from going outside for days at a time because I want to do task. And this is not a reasonable thing for me to do, and so I do not start them. It's the same with MMOs. I gotta touch glass, it's nice. Star Citizen is a wild way. Any further specifications? Thoughts unhappy there. Are the stars in different enclosures? The stars are in different enclosures. I'm not sure what to do about that. Okay, I'm gonna try and draw this one out again. I'm a bit indignant about the big rotational one with the many dots because I drew it out and then it wasn't particularly helpful. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, it's another. Oh, this one's 6 by 5 instead of 6 by 4. Okay. I wonder if that's messing up my sense of alignment. 4, 5, 6, 7. Dots down for 5, 6 by 5. And now let's fill in the dots and hope that it's roughly square shaped. Yeah, they're square adjacent. Okay. I feel like this one's going to be more helpful than on the other dotted one, but that could also be delusion talking. Like aspirational delusion, positive delusion. There's only one starting point, top and bottom, which are naturally mirrored. Stop spinning, please. Starting point. And then these two as the half starting points. End point. And these two as the half end points. And then the relative dots. Black cube here. White cube, white cube. Black cube. Oh, have I given myself one too many rows? I think I've given myself too many rows. 5. Yes, I have. Oopsie daisy. Let's just ignore the top row. So, of that, we then have the star here. I'll attempt to look at the other side and orientate myself somewhat. So we have another white dot which I already got down. There's no information here except another white star here. Oh! So it is perfectly symmetrical, the puzzle. I thought it wasn't. Well, it's how do I phrase it? It's mirrored in where the dots are, but they have mirrored this way in shape and then alternating corresponding colours. People see what I mean. Are you writing it down on paper? Yeah, to try and visualize it in one big page, because it can be a little bit difficult to hold the information in your head in one go when it's rotating, which this is a very thing to write on like the 4th page of my new like general notepad, but okay, so I haven't really thought about the mirrored aspect of it. That makes me feel like I should do a staircase again. Can I? So I want to do that shape, but then I can't hit here. If I try and do it the other way around, it's symmetrical, so it doesn't... Does it matter what shape I isolate? Kind of... in the... Can I... If I want to close the white cube off, I have to loop it around the starting point, I think. Oh, okay. No, not okay. So if we're committing to... That's the exit then, so I can't do it on that direction. So if I want to do this pattern, I have to start on the bottom. And... I'm losing my mouse control, which is doubly concerning for me more than most. This is still on the same free segment, I think it is. Just leaves... Oh... To bed now and send to your catches team. Have a good one. Oh, sleep well, sleep well. I hope you get some good rest and have a great weekend. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, so the issue I'm having now is this crossover in the middle up here. What about if... no? I wish there was another optional start point because this one's awkward. Let me stare at my written down diagram. Find trace. Potato! I'm gonna have to... There's certain paths which I'm going to have to go through. So I can write them in as kind of certain. And it's just how I connect them up, given the mirrored structure. And it's... okay. I'm gonna draw on it, and that's risky, but I think it's okay because mirrored, so it doesn't matter if I kind of choose to go left or right. And then can I assume to go straight down to the exit? I don't think I can. Do shape. I'm aware I'm just writing on paper now. My internet is kinda dying, so I'll be in and out. I hope you're winning mouse. I am! I feel like I'm kinda close to the end, but I hope your internet stabilizes. Bad internet can be quite a nuisance. So... I feel like I must have drawn my diagram wrong, because that's too simple. But I have, like, a plan. Oh, I got the location of the line of symmetry wrong. Yeah, okay, so that's the issue. So... I'm just going to use increasingly dark highlighter colors until I've drawn the correct line. This does look endgamey. Yeah! I don't know where we can go next. Oh! This is ominous, but I'm excited for it. Okay, okay. One more puzzle to go. So this line, is that dark enough? I'm gonna commit to a darker color. I can do this. This line actually corresponds to this line on the transient edge, not the direct line opposite it. And so if I then pick a direction going this way, let me look at the mirroring. So if I go up here and across two, this, as I go left, this goes right, so this will come across this way too. Okay. But if then I'm doing this without much thought, and that's gonna go badly for me, then that takes me straight to the edge, which isn't a solution. Okay. I think I've got two more darker colours I can try, and I'm really pushing it with drawing over the same diagram over and over again. Hello, Antox, thank you for the Scots! I suppose it would have been bad if I just tired my brain out. Alrighty, let's get to... Oh. The reason stream started late today was because I had Pilates, and so I stood up and I suddenly felt the ache in my legs from the Pilates class I did. But it's okay. I've had potatoes, I've got power, I can do squats. Oh, there's another 10 squats. Okay, 20 squats, 20 squats. I can do 20. No comments on if I can do a higher number, and a vague hope that I know you all have too many channel points. Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna start squatting before more get added. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wow. Okay. So I'm thoroughly confused by this puzzle. Thank you for the hydrate veil. For a second I thought that was going to be another set of squats. And thank you for the pats. Wait, the pat's not working today. Let me tab out to autopat. Autopat replace. I'm not that mean. I say it not because I assumed that it would be in your character to do it, just because it's happened dozens of times before. Okay. Oh, I feel like I might just try and wander around with this one until I see something, because I'm kind of lacking inspiration at the moment. Because that's my instinct for the start of it, but the issue is you end up with this one dot that's kind of free. But then there isn't a way to cross over with the starting path. If I try work backwards, this is just going to be a headache. Yeah, that's all just one enclosed path, isn't it? Yeah. No one's happy there. stare at my diagram and my bad lines again. I think I'm struggling to visualize the mirroring because it's mirroring from a different start point and in a different direction. I keep imagining it's mirrored from here, and that's where my diagrams are going wrong. Let's see. If no, if we go like this, and like this, have I missed anything out there? Yes, that the star is enclosed. Which, if I do this, I think the star escapes imprisonment. What's unhappy there? Okay. Oh, I think I'm getting close. I think I'm getting close. It might be delusion talking. But I think I am approaching. I needed to fully get to the bottom to accept that that one square was fully isolated. Is the water gonna change? Oh! Automated stones! The thing that scares me about this game is I have absolutely no idea how much left there is, because there keeps just being entirely new areas appear. And this elevator feels a little bit permanent. It kind of feels like when I stand back here, the lines of them connect onto each other. Do you see what I mean? Like it looks like it could be one continuous line. Goes along here. No, it doesn't quite match up, but there's something evocative of that. Do you know what I mean? Like they loop round into each other. How do I go down the elevator? Do I not go down the elevator? I thought this was a pretty clear enter the elevator signal. Okay, I can't reach the puzzles from there. How do you know it's an elevator? It just looks elevatory. I don't know. Well, it wasn't here when I came out here, which means at some point it has changed levels to emerge from the ground. And so I've seen it. Oh, I didn't see because I was looking elsewhere, but it has in my presence elevated at least once before. I wonder, could your platform be on there? Don't show me those puzzles again. No. Interesting. Door cup? The mountain? I mean, the door's opened. The game's indicators feel like it's telling me to go in, but then I'm in there. Happens? Oh! Hehe. Oh! These are pretty, but they're also...
A star at dawn.
they're not straight lines, so this feels very different. How am I going up? How am I going up? What? What? Ooh! I'm in a gondola? I'm rotating. How am I rotating? Oh! Oh! I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like we've just clipped the woman of the camera based off the diameters of the box. Ooh! Why are we on a roller coaster?
A bubble in a stream.
In a stream.
Bubble in the stream? Are we just floating in thin air? We're floating in thin air. Okay. We're gonna stop being stone. That's kind of what I was hoping would be the end result, but maybe that was a correct assumption? Huh? Now I'm flying? I am not a flying mouse. I didn't think they existed. I like my feet firmly planted on a tree, on a bookshelf, on the floor. Ideally, like a footrest. Is that a futon? Oh, laser shutting down.
A flash of lightning in a summer cloud.
A flash of lightning.
They're slowly closing
in a
off.
summer cloud.
Magical flying technology? It's evolving. Ooh. All shutting down one by one. The game being like, no, you took too many goes, bad ending. You get a slow motion roller coaster and everyone stays zone. Is this the order you were supposed to do things in? Because I did not do them in this order. I did them in very... Do I get to be underwater? I'd have liked to...
Flickering lamp. A flickering lamp.
Flickering lamp.
I didn't notice the lady in the pond before. I think I just assumed it was a statue because of the distance. Oh, this ominous historical section that never seemed connected to anything. The little peninsula where the Yaptabo religion generally. The starting area? Are we going back to the very beginning? No, I'm going back towards the beginning.
A phantom.
A phantom.
Phantom.
A phantom.
Oh! Surely something must have changed, because it feels like it's just reverted me.
And a dream.
And a dream.
And a dream.
What? I feel like I gotta go watch the Witness Ending Explained video. So the game reverted me back to the very start, which is understandable if you forgot, because I started this like a year and 3 days ago. And then the game shut down. The context we had from the little microphones was all relating to roughly Christian theology and references to the possession of wisdom and power. And so my perspective from the imagery was this was going to be some kind of like Icarus attempted ascension thing, where the technology that was being built had gotten too close to some divine line, and so all of the living creatures were turned to stone, and that's why there was nothing left on the island, and that I had somehow, as the like exploration character, was going to go there. And in my head, I'd kind of made this up, but I was expecting that there was going to be a finished puzzle at the end, and I had to find an invalid solution to it, and then that would be like the line that was crossed and the people would reappear. But it just yeeted me back to the beginning without any explanation. Oh, I need to watch a compilation of all the lore. Should we try and understand it together? Let's go to the yapping stream. Oh, I was being festive last time I yapped. I forgot about that. Oh, spin. Oh, spin. What is this? I have too many images left open. Sounds a bit complicated. I'll have to play the whole game again now. I'm gonna be so for real. I'm about to look up. I'm normally the type of person who dislikes having things explained to them, because I think there's a value in media in not only interpreting it yourself, but in that the audience changes the context of the story and therefore changes the innate takeaway. And so if you hear someone else's explanation of a story or a piece of content, it isn't truly the same as if you'd fully engaged with it, because you don't have the same social lens of interpretation, you don't have the same distance from the point. And so I think there's like an innate lack of value in looking at a summary. But I'm just confused. And admittedly, I played this game spread out over a very long time. But I'm normally kind of the lore enthusiast. I don't know. I oh, okay. It looks like it's an open-ended thing. Oh, there's a secret ending. Never mind, I'm clicking off. Oh. I don't want to sign up to an email address thing. Oh. Okay. So, You know all the surrounding puzzles, which I did some of but didn't finish because I kind of just wanted to keep focused so we could try and finish the game. There's two endings by the looks of it. One if you do all the environmental puzzles, and the other if you haven't completed them all, which is the one I just got where it moves you back to the start. Which I don't know how I feel about, because I'm assuming I'm gonna have to redo all of the puzzles to be able to have the environmental puzzles done and reach that point again. Which I don't mind from a storytelling note that gives you the pathway that returns you to the beginning. But if I'm gonna have to like somewhat laboriously fill it all out again, that's a bit of a nuisance. I did like that there was so many of the secondary puzzles to the island that weren't innate to the story, but I just assumed that was like extra content. That was like a post-game puzzle that you'd maybe get more lore and dialogues from. And the being returned to the beginning bit makes a little bit of sense, because if you think about I'm gonna call them villagers, but if you think about the people inhabiting the island, functionally, they have started and ended the game in the exact same place, and so, although I wandered around a lot and was confused and took a year and a little bit, I was also stuck in the same place. But maybe it's presumptuous, but I'd kind of hoped that the work I did would have some outside effect on the world. And maybe it's the case that simply doing the mainline puzzles isn't enough to have that, or maybe I was. I don't know how I feel about that. I really love the puzzles, but let's reopen the game. Let's see where we get put by it. If I go back into let me get OBS back open. And let me swap back. Oh, I'm gonna need to reload the game. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, we're at the start of the game again. Oh, hi, Bun. I wonder if anything's different, because it's not so far, but I just want to have a little look. Because it could be. The puzzles are so cute at the start. Aww. Cable. Where art thou, puzzle? There's a nice little sofa. I don't remember seeing a sofa. Oh yeah, you had to. I have a vague memory of this one. You had to pick which one to activate at a time, I think? Where's the exit point? There it is. I'm gonna see, because part of me's wondering if the stone people are still gonna be stone when they get out. I imagine they are. I imagine this is a kind of the joy of the journey thingamabob, and I was wanting to direct a consequence. Oh, the middle segment still requires power. Okay. If I solve the... oh, wait, no, never mind, this is a different one. Da 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 da. Okay. So... bish bash... oh, misclick. Gosh. anyone out there? The world how I left it before? I'm trying to remember where the first statue is. Tato! I think if I head to the village, that's probably the fastest, but I'm not used to being in this location because the inter area is kind of closed off. Okay, we're at the village. Still the same. Oh. Okay. I feel like if I'd played this in a normal way and not spread out over streams for a year, I wouldn't mind it because I really loved the increasing puzzles and how they built up. The soundboard doesn't work, like doesn't it? Was I just yapping too loud? Let's try. Yeah, I think I must have just yapped over it. It's not super duper loud. I can turn it up a little bit if you'd like. Potato! Yeah, there's like a 3-second delay, I think. Max volley? So, so I finished the witness. I would honestly, I think maybe this is a bit unfair, but I wouldn't object to that ending at all if I had the option to resume from the last point and choose to go back and do the extra puzzles before returning the journey. Because the labour of redoing the whole island doesn't feel like a pleasant play experience to me. And I can see the kind of instinctive nod of this is an ending or a path you get from engaging with everything and following every path the first time you do it. But kind of by the dictates of the structure of the stream, that wasn't the way I felt like I could play it. And then my game got reset and I have to do the whole thing again for the chance of it, and that doesn't feel great. So I love the gameplay of it, and I get the ending. I think it doesn't feel great. I'm gonna be honest, which is a little bit sad. Still absolutely wonderful puzzles, but honestly, I was just kind of in the mood for lore, not philosophy. But we'll see. I'm conflicted because I do kind of want to go and find and do all the environmental puzzles and all the secret base rooms and figure out what's going on with that one damn door in the village. But I am inclined to think that in the short term at least, I'll probably look up a video of someone getting the alternative ending if there truly is one, and maybe not do the puzzles for a while. Because I don't think I'd want to redo it straight away. You could replay it someday in the future? Yeah. I think that's my only gripe with it. I don't mind it sending you back, but asking someone to replay puzzles is historically understood to not be a super rewarding play experience. And I see the notion of rewarding someone for following through every line and path the first time they play through. But it just kind of feels bad if you don't. Are you open to try other sorts of games? Yeah, I mean, like, I'm always down to try games through the channel playing with team. I don't particularly like streaming games that are mechanically intensive in terms of like keyboard and mouse shenanigans because I find I struggle to stream in a way that's interesting because I'm not good at video games in that sense, in any sense in particular. But it's harder for me to yap if I'm doing something that I have to really focus on like the key inputs. And so I'll always do a game for at least one stream with the channel playing the team, but I might not play games the whole way through if they're not a kind of puzzle or strategy element or story based, just because they're what I enjoy the most, and I feel like I don't stream games that aren't that super well. I feel like it's just kind of me sitting in silence, being slightly bad at the game, and occasionally talking about potatoes and getting even worse because I'm just a little distracted by the delight of potatoes. Potato. Okay. Yeah, there's the other ending in the game. I wonder if you can get to it without doing all the world puzzles. Um, because I I am interested in it, but I don't want to have to redo everything. Ah, League of Legends. Oh, I'm playing League tomorrow, aren't I? Oh, I've been able to proudly say I haven't played League for a long time. I've never played it, and that's gonna have to spoil the clean run. But that's somewhere you can probably start with a slow pace game. Okay, so one of the reasons why I stick to similar games is because there are so many games out there to be played, and puzzles and strategy are the ones that I enjoy playing the most. And so, since I have a kind of unending, functionally given the limitation of stream time games list, I'll pick up other games occasionally, but it's just probably not going to be most of it because I think of the games that I enjoy, with my favorite genres being old school JRPGs, roguelikes, puzzle games, and strategy games. I think puzzle and strategy work best from like a stream perspective, especially because they're the narratively rich ones, which is what I enjoy yapping about the most. But any interactive games that you could fit as well, or richer narratives, like those Telltale games. Oh yeah, there's a lot of games out there. If anything, there's too many games. If people want to send suggestions, I'm always happy to look at them. But I don't know. There's a lot of games I want to play already, so we'll see where they end up. I think there's a few games I want to try. I'm not sure if I'll jump straight into another puzzle game. I was thinking of playing through either the Ace Attorney or Nonary game series, since it's been years since I looked at either of them. Please consider the following, Denya, your mom? Please consider following my mom? What? Oh, that's a your mum joke. Hello, Syphil. Sorry, I thought you were trying to promote the Twitch stream of my mother, and I was kind of confused. How are you doing? Last time I was on League, Irelia was on a legendary nerf spree. Wait, I don't know who that is, but I hope you had fun. Can put Val inside a Rubik's Cube? Miss Dracula? Would it just kind of have to be one of those? Oh, I really like the Rubik's cubes where it's all the colors, all the sides, instead of being primary esque colors, are different shades of similar colors. Like you can get kind of pastel ones, or ones with different shades of green. I think they're really cute. Just because I was like, would it just be a blue Rubik's Cube? Because Val blue, but okay. I don't know how to feel about that. I'll probably have to sleep on that to decide how I feel about that game. I love the gameplay of it, but I think honestly, and this is a little bit silly, but part of what kind of rubbed me the wrong way with the ending is when I went to look at the descriptions of it to see is there an alternative ending, if so how is it achieved, then the my brain is smooth, the like descriptions which people wrote about them kind of described it as if you didn't get enthralled with the game and if you didn't do every single side puzzle as you went along, then you clearly just didn't engage with the game properly. And I don't know if that was how it was meant, but I clicked on 2 different sources and that was how they both wrote about it. And I just thought that was kind of rude. Like, I understand the sentiment of you're playing the puzzle game because you find the puzzles and you enjoy them and you want to see them through, not just because you're seeing them as a mean to get to the end, but because you are enjoying the chance of confusion and the problem solving that then subsequently comes with it. But I don't know. I kind of assumed I'd be able to continue it after the game. We talked about it on the stream bunch. I was like, oh, this is post game content. And so, yeah, I don't know. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But, oh, okay, games I'm considering playing next. I still have Blueprints, which I never got to finish because I was really unlucky with Doors. I would like to get addicted to Disco Elysium at some point, and that time could be now. Other notable options are Baba Is You if I'm feeling resilient for people being weird, because I have heard the playing that game attracts the like most backseating Andy of Twitch viewers from across the plane. I could finally play Hollow Knight. I know that's not a puzzle or a mystery game, but it's been one I've been wanting to play for a long time. I could go back and play Crosscode, which is a cool JRPG, but I don't think the like grind style of that game suits the way I stream. The other option is the Nonary Games, which is one of the like mystery visual novel puzzle games that I was talking about earlier. And then there's the Talos Principle, which I want to play, but that's quite similar to the Witness, and so I think I'll probably not jump into that straight away. There's more Command and Conquer. I could definitely play more Command and Conquer. I'd need to figure out which one to play next, because I did Red Alert and Tiberian Dawn, so I'd need to either pick up with Red Alert to Tiberian Sun or Command and Conquer Generals, I think, would be the 3 points that I could move to naturally from there. Earlier was a top laner and had a wild sustain and instant cooldown Q. I don't know what these words mean. They were really OP. If you think Kelsut is definitely my type, she's right up there. Okay. The mother of like, I don't know, more than one offspring. Okay. Scary top laner. That's what I'll take it as. I enjoy most playing Hollow Knight. I have Hollow Knight fully maxed out. Probably my second favorite game ever. She's gonna go back to a Civ addiction. There might be a little bit of Civ addiction along the way. Oh, I might play some shorter games in the meantime, because there's a few games that take a stream or two to finish that I'd not wanted to start because I have so many on the go. Sunless Sea is one of them, but it's kind of scary, and so I don't know if I want to. There's the other To the Moon games, because I played through the first one, but there's sequels. I've heard good things about Minute, but not tried it before. I've got so many games on Steam. There's the other room games for talking puzzles. RTS games, Iron Harvest. Oh, it's a diesel punk stack thing? That sounds kind of cool. I don't know how to clarify it with RTS games. If it's like super super duper intense on the real time deployment, I'll get stressed. But as long as it's not as long as it isn't prohibitive to redo things, I don't mind. Oh, I could also get addicted to balloons. I've been wanting to play Balloons 5 and 6. I've played the early ones, but I haven't played 5 and 6 before. I can recommend Stellaris. Oh, I've heard good things about Stellaris. FMV? My brain is saying fair market value, which I don't think that's the I don't think that's what that is. What is that? Dum dum dum. Stellaris. Do I have Stellaris? I know I've looked at it in the past. Oh, I do already have it. Is Stellaris is a kind of like a replayable game, isn't it? It's kind of like it's a full X game, so it's like a replayable Civ in space, vast oversimplification, but it's a replayable one, or a single story, or is it a single story? Balloon popping? I just like tower defense. It's how I got addicted to Arknights. Full motion video? But do you gonna have a fair market value? I mean, I don't. A fair market value is very hard to achieve. It's very difficult to go on about because you very rarely actually see it. Did this suggest her story actually? Oh, is that as in the name of the game, her story? Very replayable? Okay. Interesting. I will have to see. I've got a big date. I whenever I want to practice new things in data engineering, I just look at my streaming kind of hobby and go, okay, what could I build like data infrastructure around? So I've got a little MySQL server with all the games I've played, and I've got it connected to Twitch. I got the Twitch API is awful. I've got a very basic thing, so it updates in a secondary like game stream table. It updates with the game's relative ID, the date I played it, and then the like, yeah. I don't know. That's fun. I can get back there and check which games I started and didn't finish. I know I didn't finish In Other Waters because I got kind of lost because I took too long, and I think I needed to go back and watch the starting point that I spent like 4 months doing other things because I got distracted. I'm not smart enough to play it, but I feel like it'd be entertaining to watch Denya play it. It took me a year to beat this game. Please do not expect me to do smart things. If it's one of those things of you need to be smart to play it well, then it's okay. But if you need to be smart to make progress, I don't. Maybe I have my kind of occasional moments of genius, but I feel like at the 1 a.m. streaming hours, that might not be a reliable resource. Tower defense? How about Factoria? I have been meaning to try Factoria for a while, but I feel like Factoria is one of those things that it's fun to watch someone play for the very first time, and then it's fun to watch someone play whilst they're really good at it, but the kind of middle bit is not particularly engaging. I have a question as well to the new viewer. How did the hydrate debt become so high? So I think the hydrate debt started the hydrate debt started around February, March of 2024, I believe. That's when I first got hydrate debted. And I'm gonna swap screens and close the windows. And then I think I was doing a marathon stream by accident. I just felt like the moon aligned and I wasn't sleepy, and I'd had a Valorant collab, and then I just kept playing Valorant until like 5 in the morning. And then I was having a great time, so I was just like, I'm gonna keep playing a game. And so I played Arknights for a few hours, and then I hopped back onto Valorant, I think, and I ended up accidentally streaming for 18 hours. And people were trying to motivate me to end stream. So I think 240 squats got redeemed, and then people just started spamming hydrate to try to get me to not be playing video games. But I think I stopped at like 19 hours. It wasn't a full 20 hours, but I just did it by accident. Um, it's more concerning because it was like a Friday, so I'd woken up at 8 a.m., worked a 9-hour workday till like 9, I think 4, because I used to have early finish on a Friday on my old job, and then I'd had like an hour break, started streaming, done the collab, midway through the collab ordered takeout because I forgot to eat before the stream started, and then I just like sat at my desk playing video games for 19 hours, slowly eating my takeout. I am far more responsible than I was 2 years ago. This feels like a history lesson. Yeah, I my average stream used to be around 7 hours long, and on the weekends I would start streaming at 1 p.m. my time, and generally stream until 2 or 3 a.m., sometimes 4 or 5 a.m. And so I used to be like a marathon streamer. I only really started streaming less because I wanted to. It was kind of two things in balance. I was trying to stream as often, but not for as long because I was trying to help my sleep schedule get better, which is why I moved my stream start time from 8 p.m. to 7 p.m. for me. But then I I started losing my voice around 6 months ago, and it's just never fully come back. But it's not like bad enough that I can get an NHS referral. So I've been doing vocal exercises to try and help to get stronger, but I can't really stream the amount I used to because I'd historically stream like 30ish hours a week, and I could play video games for 30 hours a week, but I can't speak for that long now. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of been a change in me as well because I've started working out a lot more. It's why my streams are at less regular times now because I've been going to the gym and stuff more. So I don't think I'd be able to, because yeah. The extra context of the reason why I stream so much in like a very broad sense is I'd just finished my master's degree and I was really burnt out. I don't know how to sufficiently emphasize I was really burnt out, and I'd gone straight into my first full-time job, and for like an overlapping 3 months I still had my job as a bar manager, which I worked weekends. And so I started streaming, I think, with a few weeks left of whilst I was doing 2 jobs at once. And so when that was the time, I I was just really used to either being working or studying, or working my other job. And so it kind of became the thing of I would either work or stream, and I didn't really do much else for a year, which probably wasn't the best decision, but it helped me recover from burnout, and it made me more comfortable kind of talking, which sounds like a silly thing, but yeah, I get nervous yapping. Very unintuitive now, but I handle it a lot better now. Um, but yeah, I kept streaming. I started streaming a teeny bit less, just because I wanted to spend more time kind of tidying and keeping the library organized. And so I went down to streaming like 4 or 5 days a week, and I did that for another year. And I was taking my job a bit more seriously then because I was swapping roles at it, and I was doing like extra studying for that in my own time. So I went down to only streaming for like generally 6 or 7, no more like common 12-hour streams. Because normally I used to have like one of those a week. And then that kind of leads up until debut, when I was doing about 5 streams a week of 4 to 7 hours. And then I kept that up for 8 months. And no, I kept that up, yeah, for around 8 months. And then in August, I started taking an extra day or two not streaming to just go to the gym really, because I realized that I was feeling tired more than I wanted to, and so I was just like, if I work out again, then I'll get back in shape, because I've always kept up with running, but I haven't really done much else. So, and that was the whole plan. And then in November, like 2 months into that, I started really losing my voice. I think I don't know. Maybe people remember the like streams and the audio stuff, um, but yeah, it's never fully back. You can normally kind of hear by the end of the streams how my voice gets rough, but I still like to do it. I don't really know what to do about the fact that my voice isn't fully back, but I think in a weird way, I'm probably. How existential do I want to be? I've missed so many messages. Wait, no more existential. I'm catching up with messages. Then I can be existential again. 18 hours is no news bad. Was when your stream is streamed for 6 months straight. I'm gonna push back against that a little bit, because I think as a direct comparison, it's like I understand the extension, but I feel like it's slightly disingenuous, because there's a difference between doing like a subathon and being online but not streaming, or streaming yourself sleeping, and actively engaging with content for 18 hours at a time. And I'm sure there's some people that do that, but I don't think it's healthy. Normally from experience, I've seen healthy amount of hours would be 5 hours. Yeah, this is the thing of I'm someone who's naturally very. When I focus on something, it really entrances me, and so when I started streaming, and it kind of suited me in a way that hobbies haven't before. Um, I really loved it, and I just wanted to do it as much as I could, and so I I think it's a mentality that I've grown out of. When I first started streaming, I kind of prided myself on I'm like Scuff. I'm not good at streaming. I I was like a faceless streamer at first, with like a little sticker in the corner saying PNG model coming soon, and then I was a PNG model for a year. But I used to kind of say my streams might not be entertaining, but I'm consistent. I know who I am, and I am kind of true to it, and I'll be here every day at the same time. And so I kind of like that about my streams, that people could just kind of turn up and I'd be playing some game, and I'd always be there, really. Or 5 days out of 7 for sure, probably 6 days out of 7. the burnout would have been intense. I'm gonna be honest, streaming that much didn't burn me out at all. I think it was a bit difficult because I wasn't doing enough to maintain, like, I wasn't spending enough time exercising and like making sure that I ate a varied diet. I was doing a lot of bulk making a meal and then eating it quickly before stream. But I'm like very much comfortable spending that much time at a computer. Bearing in mind, regardless to this, I have a a desk job where I work fully remote as a programmer, as a developer. So yeah. Adanya Yilda? What's this? Oh, my masters. Oh, I finished my masters a few years ago. Yeah, I did my bachelor's in maths, and then I did my masters, and then whilst I was finishing up my masters, because it got kind of messed up by the strikes, because lecture strikes, which it was good that they happened, and I'm glad that they got some better conditions. Though it still needs to improve, but it kind of messed up some of my classes, and so I had to do my masters for an extra, I think it was 8 months, because I couldn't sit some of the classes at the right time because of availability. And so I did like part-time research assistant stuff whilst I was doing some of the classes that I could sit, and then waiting for the others to become back available, which I think is more common in American universities than it is in British ones. I think that's something that kind of regularly happens outside of strikes. But yeah, that was kind of that was kind of chaos for me. And then it was the I graduated at the end of July in 2023, and I started streaming consistently at the end of August in 2023, just after my birthday. Yeah. What doesn't matter as you have a schedule and you're organized. Just don't touch the Apex in the street just to come. Nah, it's okay. I know it might not always seem like it, but I don't presume to say I always make the best decisions regarding it, but I do kind of have the outside factors of my health that can sometimes limit the options of what I can do. And after the burnout of finishing uni, I wasn't really in a place where I could do more active hobbies, at least for the first few months. I probably spent longer recovering than I strictly needed to, but I kind of needed to spend all my time sitting or lying down for a while. So wait, manual pants? Oh, let's go. Sorry, I missed the most yapping. That's cute. Wait, what was I talking about? That was cute. Oh, hi, Cammy. Kaka, kaka. Ultimate cat. I feel like that's a sign that I should play Danganronpa next. I've played Danganronpa in the sense that I hung out with a friend at uni whilst we would. It was like a group of 3 of us, and it was actually really cool and fun. And I feel silly for the fact that I didn't like. I'm not very good at expressing affection towards people. I don't know, but we used to study maths together, and then we just kind of like crowd into someone's like student room on their laptop, and I think that actually they had a console, and we would alternate who got the controls, and then we would vote and make the decisions together and play through Danganronpa. And so that was really fun. I think we played through 1, 2, and 3. I think is there like a 2.5 or a 2.5 series which I haven't seen, but that was, gosh, that was like 7 or 8 years ago now. So yeah, be a great professional and it'll be a great promo, even if Penny on a part of the team. I mean, I hope so. People keep employing me for it. I don't know. I feel like I'm. I just really enjoy learning, and I don't presume to be particularly great at anything, but I think there's a value, especially in kind of programming and development adjacent roles, and just being willing to pick up new skills and being energized by that. And that's something which I am. And so I feel like I've been kind of lucky, but I historically don't correctly value my skill set. And so maybe it's that all that learning has paid off, and not that I'm being lucky. I don't know. PNG model soon was the cute, I believe. Oh yeah, that's yeah. Wait, the people. Some people might not know my PNG model. Let me try and find it. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be such a throwback. Um, it's a little bit different. Bu -bu 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 -bu. I had a toggle which I never got to use because everyone said I looked too yandere. Okay, so this was the toggle that I never got to use. I felt I wanted my hair to be this color because this is like the silvery gray, but I think the reference I provided wasn't very helpful for the artist when they drew it, and so I ended up having kind of blue hair, which I know was confusing for a little bit. But but yeah, I looked really scary, and I didn't mean to, and so I mostly just kind of yapped like this, and so this is what I used to look like. This is PNG Denya. Um, which you can see the fringe, you can see my little hair clips, although they got fancier. You can see my little hair bows. PNG's going soon. Oh, I'm glad. I it's something that I do kind of pride myself on. Although I think it's one of those things where the notion of wanting to steam as much as possible to kind of, because in some ways it was to kind of make up for the streams not being great. And so I feel like there's a little bit of a negative mentality in that because you're kind of encouraging a behavior out of a negative assumption, which can be fine, but in the long run probably isn't the best way to motivate yourself. But it's something I'm really glad I did. And I'll see Yandere Dunya and say cat. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't be very good at being Yandere. You gotta be kinda grumpy as a Yandere. I don't know. 8 years ago, okay, 2018? Yeah. This is why I was like having emotional damage when finding out how many years has passed. Okay, to being bad attending to school? No, school is fun. I want to do more study streams again. But, we're yapping about anything. I had a little bit of an issue over the last like month whilst I was a bit under the weather where my eczema came back on my hands, and it's mostly fine now. But I kind of didn't want to do any desk cam streams whilst that was the case because I know my webcam is really bad and so it probably wouldn't be visible. But it's like a teeny bit gory, but there would sometimes be like cuts on my hands and they'd start bleeding occasionally, and so I kind of felt bad about that happening on Steam in case I made anyone uncomfortable, and so I kind of stopped doing them for a little bit. But I do really enjoy them and I want to do more of them. I always wanted to do kind of you have been tricked into learning things streams because this is kind of, people know this backstory about me, right? I wanted to do educational video essays where I use the context of a video game to explain a mathematical system, be it largely probability or things like game theory, or I used the example of storytelling in a game to talk about English literature and narrative techniques and emphasis points of storytelling and things like that. But I wrote out a script and I recorded it all with my even worse old microphone, and I tried to edit for like 10 minutes and I just could not handle the sound of my own voice. It made me so stressed, and so I was like, no, okay, I can't edit, so I'll do live streams. And then all my earliest streams were study streams or programming streams. And I would just kind of start stream and be like, hello, we're gonna do LeetCode mediums and hards today. um, and then I just do that for like a few hours, or I would be Pomodoro co-working. And that's what my first streams were. Before I started streaming consistently, that's when I like did the first few in July of 2023. It looks more aggressive. Yeah, people used to think I was kind of scary. I think this is going to sound a little bit silly, but I think it might be the fact that you can kind of see my mannerisms since I'm like 2D. I'm moving, I'm grooving. That you can kind of tell I'm not scary now. Because the whole like puppeteering thing, I don't move in a menacing, ominous kind of way. What of maths team? I would quite like to do a maths team, but I feel like they would require quite a lot of planning, and so I'm always a little bit nervous because I feel like it's something that it's always kind of interesting to say, oh, that's a new kind of Steam idea, that would be cool. But I don't know if it's something that a lot of people would enjoy, and I'd have to put a lot of time into planning and preparing for it. And so I've been a bit cautious to do it because I don't want to spend a bunch of time planning for something and then it not be something people enjoy. But I got tricked into learning things yesterday, misclicked on a Minecraft video and learned about geology. This is the stuff I love! And I come back this double then, yeah, we were talking about my old form. I will say, talking about games to catch up on, I want to catch up with Honkai Star Rail, but every time I try and launch the game, my computer does not blue screen, but in fact hard crashes and then has to like relocate the CPU to be able to launch again. It's bad. I've tried uninstalling and reinstalling from scratch, but it's happened twice, and I don't. That's a scary thing to happen. I don't feel the need to prompt it again. So, unless StarCraft, Honkai Star Rail comes out on Switch and I can capture on my Switch and stream it that way, I probably won't be able to play any more Star Rail, which is really sad because I enjoyed the game quite a bit. PC is trying to save you from a second gotcha. Is this where I jump scare everyone by saying that I was originally kind of a Genshin streamer? Kind of is a strong word. What games did I play? I remember I played through all of Fontaine on Steam, but I just wanted to play games that had absolutely no like dexterity required, so I could do it without having to focus, because I found it really overwhelming at first. And so I wanted to be able to just play the like most head emptiness, like just absolutely like click button, no thought. Yeah, Honkai Star Rail, software game development, just chatting. What else was there? Lots of the study streams, because we didn't have the study category back then. Oh, and then when I started streaming a little bit more in 2024, this is when my old computer broke. Oh yeah, I played a little bit of Palworld when it came out, but my computer struggled with it. I played Outer Wilds. I'm so sad I don't have the VODs for Outer Wilds. I love that game so much. I haven't played the DLC, which maybe I could play the DLC for Outer Wilds. Wait, I'm seeing a lot of. I'm on Silly Gnome looking at my stream history. I played quite a lot of Minecraft back in the day. Oh, and then I got addicted to Arknights. Yeah, I just see the month of and now everything is Arknights. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Oh, if we're doing Denya history, that used to be a thing. I used to often do like 2-part streams where I would stream one game for like 4 hours as a collab, and then I'd swap to another game to play for another 3 hours. that I used to do that a lot. Have you tried uninstalling the CPU? I have not. But I think that's above my expertise, so I'm gonna give it a pass. Have you ever spent money on gacha? I have. I bought the Aimia birthday skin, the Hello. I think was it Hello Kitty for Golden Glow, the Sanrio Arknights crossover. I also bought the Calzit skin. No, I don't have Calzit. Don't ask me about it. And I think I bought was it called the Welkin a few times for once for Genshin and quite a few times for Honkai Star Rail. I think I had it every month for the first like 12 months the game was out. I used to really enjoy that game. Arknights made skin for me. Pretend we don't see her. It's fine, we don't see her because I don't have Calcit. Which actually makes it worse. The PC is trying to save you from a second gacha? I should listen. I don't even care about pulling for the characters anymore because I don't think the balancing in Star Rail is great, and so the new characters very rarely interact with the old ones in specifically meaningful ways. They just power creep them, and that's not very fun to me. But I really enjoyed the story, and so I want to see more of that. I've heard a lot of good things about the planet after Penacony. I never knew how to say it. 554 hours on Arknights is impressive. Wait, is that many? Is that how many it is? Let me all time stats. Ba 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 ba. Okay, if I go games and then go 165 days is the most I can do. I've only played 248 hours of Arknights in the last year. That's reasonable. That's only 10. That's 10 days worth. Oh no! Oh my goodness. Okay. Don't be afraid of the skill issue. It's part of the learning curve. I don't mind the skill issue. I love learning things. It's just, how do I explain this? I feel like for streams, it's really fun watching someone play a game for the first time or watching someone be really good at a game, but just being newish to the game but having not fully understood it yet doesn't seem like that rewarding of an experience. in the sense of it needs to then be very personality driven, and I don't know. I yap, but it's less than I played in 2024. Precisely. Oh my goodness. I guess to the deep secrets of Denia, but Arknights is something I like to watch but not play. That's very fair. Honestly, I don't. I love Arknights as a game, but I don't really enjoy gachas as a concept. With only one mouse now. I'm the big mouse with all the screen. Well, thank you for the pet sale. Da 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 da. I just realized they've been broken, so I'm gonna queue up multiple pets. There we go. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like for some people, Arknights or just any gacha in general, if people have certain kinds of addictive personalities and start engaging with gacha games in an unhealthy way, it can have a really negative impact on people. And so I don't feel great about the genre. And it's kind of annoying that a game that I love so much sits within it because I just don't engage with it that way at all. I've never spent money for gambling on it. But yeah, sometimes I remember when I first started playing Arknights, part of me was sincerely like, maybe I play this game but only in my own time because I don't know if I want to play gacha games on stream, even if it's in like a very, very, very small corner of the internet. I just there's so much of that kind of gambling adjacent stuff is out there nowadays. Yeah, it's still something that I feel kind of wah about, but I don't really do any of the like the whaling or hard pulling for character sort of things. So that's my brain logic on it, but it's not it's not a very consistent one. I think it's just that I love the game. I just looked at my Arknights hours. Oh no! The dust is in trouble. I like playing Arknights, but I feel more doing it. Oh, same. I mean, you've seen me spend many hours losing at Arknights. So it can be a kind of tough game. I do also. It's something that I kind of gripe a little bit about because I feel if people drop by the stream for the first time in an Arknight stream, they might not realize it. But I really do hate the way that the characters' abilities are communicated in just the giant paragraphs of texts which reference keywords and the keywords don't have embedded explanations. I find that very unintuitive to digest. And so people are always just like, oh, you didn't read the character. And I'm just kind of like, I'm sorry, there were 5 keywords, 2 of which I kind of knew but didn't know the specifics of, and another like 10 lines of uninterrupted text. It really doesn't feel like a good way to introduce things, but oh, well that's the thing. At some point, maybe I should do a shorter game because in 2 weeks' time Enfield releases and I finally get to play it. I'm excited. I've actually booked off the Friday, the 23rd, after it comes out, so I can do a long stream. Probably just start at like 1 p.m. my time, or maybe 3 p.m. because I'm gonna try and go to the gym in the morning and have a shower first. So maybe like 3 p.m. till late. Just memorize every character's abilities. Yeah, they're just like, oh, you got a random recruit um in IS6. Oh, silly streamer throwing, why didn't you read the abilities? And I'm just like, you think that block of text translates to intuitively knowing how the character works? Maybe if you've seen like this subclass before, but I don't know. It frustrates me a little bit, but I think it's one of those things that when people witness me struggle and then figure it out over time, they realize the attempted method to my madness. But yeah, I don't know. I can grind my gears a teeny bit sometimes. Sometimes the mechanics of a game goes all over my head, but it's entertaining rusty yapping. Oh, I'm glad. I feel like Arknight sometimes makes me say really silly sentences. I was talking about losing a fight to a turtle because someone was stealing my food at one point. I don't know. It gets weird. But, we'll see. I think something that I used to do a little bit is I try and find games that take 3 to 5 hours, or like 3 to 10 hours to finish on average. And then my general rule of thumb is because I yap and I struggle. If I'm going to stream a game, I double the amount of time it takes to finish, and that's how long it'll take in stream time, because I will be distracted. Imagine getting distracted. But yeah, I might have a look out for any games that are in that kind of neat 3 to 10 hour window that I can do in 1 to 3 streams. That's like a really nice bucket of relatively close together shenanigans that people can hopefully still follow along with. I played with every unit in the game at this point, so I have a mini tutorial in my brain for each. 5.2 thousand hours! Okay. See, this is why I'm a new Arknights player and I don't understand the new characters. I'm new, right? I'm gonna have been playing the game for 2 years and a few months. No, I've got like 3 months to go. I'll be safe a little longer. The mouse is struggling. Let's add more of that to the show, mouse. Oi! I'm tall and occasionally encounter struggle. Yapping is powerful since someone turned a 2-minute vid into a 3-hour reaction. This is something I feel quite silly about because it's something which I see a lot of streamers do, and I've done it like on occasion with things like with anniversary streams for Arknights, but I am just not equipped to react to content. I don't know. I feel like if I want to react properly, I gotta pause every 10 seconds and then talk about it, and then I'll get distracted naturally and just drive everyone insane. And so I'm not built to be a reactor yet. I don't think I could really do it. The only way which I think I'd haven't attempted it if I was doing something kind of like going over a presentation someone did and being like, well, this is a bad like graph, or this statistic is misrepresentative and here's why, and then doing maths. Doing like maths and data stuff. I think that's the only way I could really be a reactor, yeah. I feel like if I was just talking I'd kinda struggle. But there's a new Arknight stream soon. I feel like you'll really like it. Ooh. The Pepe event coincided with the anniversary last time, didn't it? Or was it? I always just assume that the anniversaries will be with the Sui events, the dragon siblings, because they feel significant to the story. I don't know what's going on with the dragons. Those just fell in with problems going all over the place. Then you're trying to put our attention everywhere at the same time? I fear it's happening by accident, not by intent. I don't know. I don't consume much caffeine. I do my best to like stay focused and minimize how easily I get distracted and add a lot of routines in that help me keep focus on things, but that's smidgen easily distracted. Pepe is our 5th year, in about a week we'll get our 6th year. Oh, this is making me feel old. Oh gosh. Dragon siblings and Kia are great, but heck, yeah, phone with some problems? Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was a skill. I was like, Denia's too OP even if she doesn't intend to. I'm gonna be honest. I think I've said this anecdote before. When I was a smaller mouse, but probably larger than I should have been for when they had this conversation, one of the places where I was studying, I was like, we think that you could probably be diagnosed with ADHD or autism, so we're going to try and refer you to both. And then I got referred to both, and it just so happened that I finished the autism diagnosis first, so that's the one that I got labeled with. But the NHS was just like, oh, you've got a diagnosis, so we'll drop you out of the other one. But I don't know. It's it feels disingenuous to say when it didn't like get confirmed, but if I don't make careful lists of things, my life falls apart. So it's one of those things. You just kind of learn to deal with it. I think it's relatively manageable for me, so it's not too bad. Actually, no, never mind. I'm just overpowered. I'm just really cool. I'm multitasking. I'm brain go yum, brain go fast. Big mouse, tall mouse. I'm really tall because I need to have a proportionately really large head for my giant brain. Yeah, that's my sentiment. Okay. After I think first of all, that I am sleepy, but I am leaning towards either playing one of the Command and Conquer games, or Hollow Knight, or a series of smaller games leading up to when Arknight's Endfield comes out as the next games that I start. And so I will. It's going to be one of those things of I'll probably ask people what they would like, but I might just ignore the democracy and decide myself. I think I'd be excited to do any of them, but I'd be a bit nervous that I certainly won't be able to finish Hollow Knight before Endfield. And if I commit to doing Hollow Knight and Endfield stuffs and Arknight's main at the same time, that would be all my streams in the week, especially with book club, and so probably, I don't know. There's too much content. I'm here requesting that my game gets less updates. I can't keep up. I'm trying to touch grass and work out. It's better if you choose yourself? Yeah. I think the main one is okay. I want to play Hollow Knight at some point, but I think I'm probably gonna wait until after I have caught up with the bulk of the new story from Endfield before I start playing Hollow Knight. So okay, I've talked myself into let's play some smaller games that we can finish quickly. Quickly in bold quotes. Let's play some games that normally take like under 10 hours to finish over the course of the next few weeks. I think that'd be good. Maybe play some of the Room series. I don't know if I've only played one of them on stream, but no, that's a fib. I've played two of them on stream, and I really enjoyed both of them. I don't know if puzzle streams are kind of awkward to watch, and so I appreciate they might not be the most fun ones, but I enjoy them. They're some of my favorite games, and I feel like a lot of strategy games are replayable strategy games, not kind of campaign strategy games. It's one of the reasons I like playing through the Command and Conquer campaign so much. So it would kind of be awkward to have a set start and end date of like progressing through the thing, the like main campaign. 24 hours stream till Hollow Knight is done? I don't think I'm equipped for that unless it's just like 24 hours of I stream for 6 hours, I go sleep for 8 hours, I go say hello, I'm gonna go read a book for 4 hours. I do that, I eat breakfast, and then I come back and I stream for the remaining hours. I don't think there's any other way I'm doing a 24-hour stream. I fear that I have finally, in my hundreds of years, become too responsible. I like being asleep. I say at almost 2 a.m., but I'm getting there soon. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll get addicted to League of Legends and that'll be everything I stream. Please God, no. Please don't let me get addicted to League. I'm honestly, I kind of hope that it's entertaining to watch me struggle, but that I don't enjoy the gameplay that much, because if I get addicted to League, I have spent so many years roasting my friends for playing this game. I can't do that. It's gonna be so bad. We'll take your PC if you get addicted to League. Okay. Thank you. That was fun, but then follow if you get addicted. Okay. I'll do my best not to get addicted to League. I don't think it's gonna happen. I used to really love not playing Dota but watching Dota in the like early to mid 2010s when OpenAI was cool and not probably evil, and they were working on solving Dota. I used to read all the papers as they came out and watch all the different matches against the various computer iterations. I thought it was so fun, and then yeah, I don't know. If you ever get addicted, you have to get addicted to Dota 2 instead and be all smug about it. In a sense, I have been addicted to Dota 2 in that I was addicted to watching Dota 2 VODs, which is, I think, worse. I loved watching the player versus player or player versus computer VODs of the different models as they improved because I got into it as it was approaching the point where people were like, it's going to start happening soon that the computers consistently win, and that was kind of an exciting time. And so yeah, I got quite invested in that. I don't know. I could just no. I'm almost not addicted to Hearthstone Battlegrounds anymore, and so I'm not gonna allow myself to descend back into the madness. I've been slowly unraveling myself from it. Uh, we shall see. I'm just addicted to reading books. That's the secret all along. Okie dokie. I think I need to stop yapping because I'm losing my voice. I think we are going to be reading over to Yuto. I don't know why I'm saying I think. I've entered the command. We're going to be reading over to Yuto. I realized I spent almost as much time talking nonsense as I did puzzling, but I think that's the most of stream anyway, so this isn't too much of a radical deviation. I hope it was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I still don't know how I feel about the ending to The Witness. But I hope you enjoyed the game. When is book club for Dorian? Oh, the book club for Dorian Gray is on. I believe it's on Friday the 6th. It's not on the Saturday the 7th because I'm at a Motionless in White gig, which is very exciting, but we're having to scoot a long day. So Dorian Gray is on Friday the 6th, and then Legendborn by I forgot the author's name. Oh, the Legendborn by Tracy Dinon is next Saturday on the 17th. So there are 2 upcoming book clubs. The 6th was 3 days ago and not a Friday? Yeah, January the 6th. We only picked it. We only picked it the week before. It's for next month. So I'll see you all then. Bye bye. Wait, I won't see you all then. The stream's before then, but I'll see you tomorrow. League. Bye.